Well, hello everyone. Welcome to a new video interview at Shogonet Gaming News. Today we'll be speaking about one of the major sporting events in the region in Latin America for football fans and bettors, of course, and of course the sports books that are interested in boosting this market in the region, this emerging market, which has Colombia and many other countries leading to grow the sports betting industry in Latin America. We're talking about the Copa America, and Betsson is one of the international operators that has recently signed an agreement with the South American Football Confederation as an official regional sports betting site. So we're joined today by Andrea Rossi, the commercial director for Latin America. Welcome, Andrea. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Great. Well, I was hoping you could give us your own assessment of why you have decided to become the official regional sports betting site for the Copa America in particular, and maybe some further details about the path leading to this recent agreement, and of course very important for the company, I believe, in the region.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a matter of fact that Betsson is very focused in developing the LATAM region. We have started a few years ago already. Actually, one of the oldest markets of Betsson, despite, of course, we are super popular in the Nordics, has been Peru, where we are operating there since more than a decade. So we are pioneers in the online gaming in the region, and lately we have finalized further expansion with the acquisition of Colbet in Colombia, with the acquisition of Suaposta, the only and one authorized horse racing operator in Brazil, with which we have also launched lately daily fantasy sports. We have applied and received the license in the province of Buenos Aires, which will hopefully launch soon this year. We are interested, of course, in other markets or jurisdictions opening in Argentina, and we are looking at the region with a lot of interest and with the intention of expanding even further. So I believe that one of the base of creating and placing the brand as a regional player in the various markets in LATAM was the one to have a big sponsorship during one of the biggest events in this year, which is Copa America. But actually, we have also started before with the World Cup qualifiers. So our relationship with CONMEBOL started before, and of course having the sponsorship for the Copa America was the next step after the World Cup qualifiers. Actually, we have also created a relationship with football federations across LATAM. First with the Liga 1 in Peru, which started last season, and with the digital partnership for the national team of Chile, La Roja.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, so how would you assess these first days? Well, the Copa America is running until July 10th, so we still have, we are kind of in the middle of we're closer now to the end of the tournament, which started on, I think it was in June 13. Yeah. So what can you say about the first days, the initial performance and feedback from the sponsorship, and which effects or impacts do you think this will have in the short term for your business areas, in terms of revenues or customer base or any aspects that you would like to mention?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that day, 13th of June, is unforgettable because we have been working so hard to activate the sponsorship. Is one of the biggest the biggest we had in South America. It's a Copa America, as you all know, is a big event that is gathering together all the people in the region, and especially during this hard time, right? I believe that everybody needed some sort of distraction, and when national teams are playing, then is where all people get together and forget, at least for 90 minutes, all the hard situation they are living. So we went through the initial phase. What I'm evaluating as the not most engaging one, because the knockout stages are not the core of the event, because we all know that the core will come with the quarterfinal and the final stages. But so far, so good. I mean, I'm looking at the initial results and all the KPIs that are showing whether a sponsorship is working or not, are very positive. So engagement is very high. Of course, we are not present all over the Latin America countries, but where we are active and operating, we are receiving a strong feedback from our customers, which are all more and more connected to the brand, thanks to the connection with CONMEBOL Copa America. So it's a very positive one. So, and it's very important for us, especially in this stage where we are expanding, to position the brand as a mainstream operator in the region.
Well, so which kind of bets and channels do you think that, considering online sports betting and retail, and also the kind of bets and kind of on also the jurisdictions, do you think that will drive most of the growth for sports betting related to this competition? And well, there are some estimates that sports betting volume will grow about 40%. It was the estimate from trade body Pecor Juegos in Colombia. So I don't know if you have any your own estimates about this the market size for sports betting related to the Copa America.
We all the time think as LATAM as one market, where you have like a seamless behavior across all the markets, but well, it's not like that. We all know that it's very scattered and different market to market. For example, there are markets where retail is stronger than online, whilst others have online that is more stronger than retail. Of course, retail in general is a vehicle to provide trust, especially to new brands. We all know that markets such as Colombia or Mexico are markets where retail is stronger than online, but we can see also other markets that are where internet has a highest penetration or is more mature in terms of online, where online payments is stronger. So if we want to understand whether a retail channel will be stronger than online, then we need to take market by market and then evaluate. However, we believe that overall, yes, the activity on sports betting side will increase, or is increasing during Copa America. We have all the indicators showing that. I mean, the engagement, as I was telling you before, is high. It is a period where also recreational punters are involved. So usually when maybe they are less engaged when the local leagues are ongoing, but they start more. They have more interest in betting when the national teams are playing. So I believe that will be the incremental. So the incremental will be mainly from the recreational segment of customers that maybe are not so active during the local leagues or European leagues, but they get so much more engaged when there's a big event like Copa America.
And you think mobile is playing a significant role these days? With, I mean, the pandemic most well now that some activities are returning and opening back again, but mobile is still seen as the area where the most growth potential can be expected for sport betting, including also the new technology, that the 5G that is coming to the region, hopefully in the short term. So which role do you think this mobile is playing? Which role do you think the mobile is playing now in this event?
No, but mobile is the channel number one already, not just for the competition, the Copa America, but overall. Now, I mean, the penetration of mobile in Latin America is very high, and we can see that the between a mobile desktop, mobile is the king of betting. There's around 70%, if not higher, the weight of mobile versus the total in terms of betting activity. So for sure is number one.
Very well. So you already mentioned your ongoing partnerships in the region with, you have the Colbet brand in Colombia, you have the alliance with the Peruvian Football Federation and the sponsorship of the La Roja, the Chilean national team. How would you describe the synergy from these businesses and deals in the region? How do you plan to leverage this for the Copa America and going forward with your plans in the region, in the Latin America, and as a sports book in Latin America?
Well, we believe that a successful strategy is localization. We have treated these since the beginning. When we first entered in Peru, we had a big focus into embracing the local culture, and of course the natural development throughout the years was of course to enter in the football fields by sponsoring leagues mainly, especially with the Liga 1 in Peru, and as you said, also in Chile with the national team. And this is providing already a certain level of local embracement. Then, of course, when you go broader with like a regional competition like Copa America, then you really get into a regional focus. However, both, I think they work well together because there's a kind of preparation that is starting from the local approach and then extending into a broader regional one. So it's a matter of steps and milestones, but of course you need to start from a local approach at the beginning, because as I said before, every market has its own peculiarity and its own way of behaving when playing in a sports book or in a casino. So being local first and then get into a bigger scope, a bigger regional scope, that is our way of things. But of course, the local one will help and support as well the brand positioning across the region. So for example, the Liga 1 sponsorship for sure will contribute towards expanding our brand presence also in other markets in Latin America, because the Liga 1 in Peru is also seen in other markets. But of course, then it's a matter of localization first, and then a regional approach.
That's very clear. Well, I wanted to ask you, of course, about the change of host country, because it was meant to be in Argentina, here in Argentina and in Colombia at first, and well, Brazil became the host country very close to the kickoff. So I don't know if this meant any significant changes in your plans, goals, and expectations for the sponsorship as a regional sports betting sponsor, and how did you manage to adapt to this sudden change?
Yeah, I mean, we are lucky enough to work in the online space. So actually, the location was not the main point of the tournament for us, because of course we don't have local presence, or I mean, besides Colombia where we have shops, but I mean, the online betting happens, of course, online. So we didn't have any local activation strategy, and especially considering the situation we are in. So would have been very hard to activate in stadiums that unfortunately there's no audience. So in this case, we could cope quite well. Of course, we were sad for Colombians and for Argentinians for not being the host of the tournament. As we all know, it went to Brazil, but hopefully next edition we'll go back to Argentina and Colombia. That would be a very nice thing to see.
Certainly, we hope so. Can we expect some similar deals in the region, in the Americas in general, in future sporting events, including other sports than football?
Yes, we are always open to opportunities. We all know that, of course, football is the sport that is gathering the majority of fans across Latin America. But we also know that there are other sports that are popular more in one market than in another one. So we know that basketball, for example, has a big audience in Chile, for example, or cycling is very, very popular in Colombia. So yes, we are always open to opportunities, and of course what we have to be careful is of course the localization. So we need to understand what sport is popular in the market and other in another one. So but yes, for sure we are keen on that. Actually, in Betsson we have good examples on sponsorships that are not the core sport. We embrace different sports, and we always very keen on supporting sports to develop. So for sure, it's an opportunity.
Right. Well, we already mentioned the recreational bettor as key in this competition, and you already some insights about the player here in Latin America. I don't know if you could describe a little further, as you come from you have a lot of experience in Europe as an operator. How could you describe the Latin American gambler today, and how are you working to meet their demands as a sports bettor?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's scattered in my opinion. So there are some markets where gaming or betting is more known. from a customer point of view. So they are more advanced. They understand also the European betting. So whilst there are other markets where gaming is new or is regulating, where we believe that there's a need of instructing customers on how to bet, and of course how to bet responsibly, because that is our mission, right? Of course, to provide entertainment, but always in a responsible way. So there are some markets again where we can have less instruction on how to do it, less tutorial, because we did it in the past. So now we have achieved that, and it's a matter of keeping the good offering, the good level of entertainment. Whilst in other markets we are more focused on explaining what bet means. So all the different type of markets, on how to place a bet, and how is the relationship between the markets and the type of bets that you can place. There are also then we can get into a more complex discussion regarding how to bet with a free bet, with a risk-free bet, or with a bonus, the cash back, the cash out. I mean, it's as you said, in Europe, the way of offering sports betting have improved in terms of customer experience. The competition is higher, of course, and there's a lot of functionalities that are popping out very often. Whilst in Latam, for example, besides some markets, especially the one regulated, where there's a regulated framework in place, where the operators had the chance to inform customers on how to bet. Some others that are not regulated is hard, because you have to you cannot do it through like official channels. But again, it's a different behavior depending on each market. So one market can be taken in a more professional way, in a terms of way of offering bets, or not a need to inform or to instruct customers yet anymore. Others, yeah, the approach has to be different, where you need to explain how betting is.
Right. Well, as a final question, it would be great to have you describe your any other plans that and the next steps for Betsson in markets like Buenos Aires, in Brazil. What are your strategies and plans and outlooks for these jurisdictions in general for the upcoming months? What can we expect from Betsson?
It's Latam is a very dynamic market. We are seeing a lot of markets trying to regulate. I believe that is something really good for the industry. Regulations are always welcome, because it means that there's a high level of protection of players, and we can really be protected as an operator and protect customers as a player point of view. But it's very dynamic. So we are seeing Argentina regulating CABA, regulating province. Other jurisdictions are in plan of regulating. Santa Fe regulated as well. So Argentina is a very active market, active for us as well. Brazil, there are plans of regulating quite soon sports betting. There was lately an agreement also on how to manage taxation perspective. So they moved from tax on turnover, from tax on GGR, which is very positive. And then there are Colombia, where we are also doing some changes in technology. So we are revamping the Colbet brand. And then we have other markets coming in, such as Mexico, where this year we have closed a partnership with Big Bola. So we are planning to launch in Mexico relatively soon, which is very, very exciting, because we are talking about the second biggest market in Latam after Brazil. Brazil, we still have our horse racing and daily fantasy sports. We have lately closed a sponsorship, which we didn't talk about, with Ibis Football Club, which is in the Guinness World Record, the worst football club ever. So this is to embrace not just the best, but also the ones that need more support in order to develop in their skills. So that is very, very exciting as well.
Great. Well, it was very nice to have you today, Andrea. Thank you very much for your time, and we certainly look forward to seeing the end of this tournament, and we can have an update afterwards about how this turned out for Betsson, and of course its plans in the region in the coming months. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.